Hello, hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your June 2018 overview reading. This is going to be good for you if you are a sun, moon, or rising Sagittarius. So I did pull this spread ahead of time. Oh, I should put down the timeline. I pulled it ahead of time just because it takes a while for me to get it all lined up. So I hope you guys don't mind. But that is why I laid it out first. And this month's spread I did do based on Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And so I got to geek out on that. And I know that it's missing a tier. I just condensed this too. So I'll explain how it's laid out when I get to it. And then the other thing that I wanted to mention is giving a huge shout out and thank you to all of those of you who work with me and who have been purchasing tarot readings and one-on-one sessions. It's so much fun. I absolutely love getting to know all of you. It's such an honor. And I just wanted to say a big, big, big thank you to all of you. And so let's go ahead and dive right in. Don't forget, if there's a specific deck that you are interested in, it's listed in the description box as usual. Okay, so just scroll down to the bottom of the description box and it'll be there. So first thing for Sagittarius, we have everyone's a teacher. Everyone I cross paths with is a teacher in that moment. The ones who give me the fun lessons are the ones I call friends. The ones who give me the hard lessons I sometimes call a-holes. They've chosen a tough job, but someone's got to do it. So today I'm thanking all the a-holes. Thank you, a-holes, for playing your part in making me a better person. Okay, so I'm a big fan of that because most of the time people are just reflections of parts of ourselves. And so when you do encounter that, it's an opportunity for you to self-reflect and grow from it. Okay, so then I'm going to pull a truth bomb card for Sagittarius. What's coming through? Your life purpose is what you say it is. I like this one. I like this one a lot. Mostly because I get a lot of questions about that, which is, what's my purpose? Am I on the right path? And the big thing is, one, you're always on the right path, okay? You're not gonna, get off course. At most, you'll take a detour, but you're always heading in the right direction for you. The quality of it and how easy or difficult it is definitely up to you. You do have more control over that, but your purpose is whatever you claim it to be. It's not something that you have to be awarded with or given. You can claim it for yourself, and that oftentimes makes things a lot easier if you lead with your intention, your desire, and what you want. And that's Danielle Lepore is big on that. Okay, and then an animal card. Elk. Leadership is the word that's coming up. And part of it has to do, there's also divine masculinity is coming up. Kind of how are you using that part of yourself, that motivation, that get things done attitude in order to pursue. In all honesty, I'm not familiar with the symbolism around elk. I am not an expert. These are just the messages that are coming from it, specifically around the horns, or the antlers, excuse me, not horns. So that's really what's speaking to this card, which is why that's coming up. But if there's another message that resonates with you, or if you associate elks with something and your intuition is getting lit up by it, then that is your message. Okay, so it's not just about, what I'm saying it is, but in large part it's about what direction are you going, where are you steering yourself, and kind of how are you adapting to what's going on around you while still staying the course that you want and desire. So that's why you have life purpose coming up, teachers. And then also, how are you claiming that for yourself? Okay, so the way that this spread works is the bottom, I lumped these two together for space and time purposes, but essentially it's your primal needs, so health, food, water, sleep, and then also safety, so stuff with the home is going to be sitting at the bottom. So first we have the Queen of Cups. Okay, you seem more in tune this month with what you want, and that's a good thing. Definitely a good thing, because it's going to be something where you're able to advocate for that as it comes up. But I have a feeling, just based on this, that resources are going to be a little bit more free-flowing for you this month, really amplifying that abundance whenever you can. Everyone's situation is different, but there are always opportunities, no matter your circumstances, to improve. And don't forget that. No matter where you're at, no matter the hardships, there are always resources and opportunities and different things in your vicinity. You just have to get creative. Okay, and then we have the Magician. This comes up a lot in resources, the Magician creation cards, specifically because so many of them are energetic. And if you can tap into them energetically by, working on your self-worth is really big when it comes to permission to receiving. That's really big. And then also kind of cultivating a vision for yourself in how abundant do you want the resources to be. If you're in the right headspace, it makes it a lot easier to seek these things out and for them to make their way towards you. So don't forget that you absolutely have the ability to create the resources that you need. More time, more sleep, more money, a better house, a different job. All of those are accessible. It's just about, matching the effort with the energies, with the personal work. So there's different layers to it. And then we also have the Ten of Swords. So releasing what no longer works. This is coming up as mindset. If you're feeling stuck or, I'm never going to get out of this situation. What story are you running? What story are you telling yourself about your circumstances and your situations? The Magician is coming up because it's showing that, no, rewrite the script, rewrite your story. If all your, aside from circumstances, because we can't always control circumstances, obviously, but if you have a story of being victimized over and over and over, that's all you're going to be able to see. So don't forget that perspective matters big time. And if something isn't working, it's like if telling yourself that you're never going to get out of your situation, if that is not helping you, then it might be time to let that go. And then we also have the Star. See, you have a lot of support around you. It's accessible to you. And I really want to stress that because the Star is saying you're supported. Divine source, God, the universe, whatever you like to work with is there for you. It's simply about calling in support when you feel you need it, especially if you like to work with angels or guides or anything to that effect. The more you ask for favors, the more they will come. So dispatch the energetic resources that you have. Okay, now this tier is love relationships, romance, community, and family relationships. So if you have one that you would like to focus on, then go ahead and set your intention for that, but we'll see what comes up. Okay, first we have the Nine of Pentacles, tapping into your own abundance. So if you are dating, then taking an abundant mindset. There's infinite opportunities for me to be in partnership. That's a good attitude to take. And then also just an abundance of gratitude, caring, love, communication. really lead by example. That's what the Nine of Pentacles is about, is you're sitting pretty in a lot of ways. And so if you can lead with the qualities that you would like to receive, you're going to see who is really meeting your standards around you. And then we also have the Six of Cups. Okay, so this is a certain layer of karma is coming up, karmic lessons, karmic relationships. Everyone has them, right? So we all have karma in some capacity. It's just about navigating it. And it seems like in large part, this is going to be about belief systems that are attached to that, old fears, old pictures that are no longer serving you. Similar to the Ten of Swords, it's kind of like those are going to be coming up in June as well. For the better. These are all opportunities for you to tap into what you want more of, what you want to amplify. The karmic layer is just, karma is just karma. It's not anything that is good or bad. It doesn't have an ego. It's not, it's not embodied or anything like that. It just is a part of coming onto earth. And so that's going to be kind of weaving its way in your family relationships, friendships, romantic relationships. You might notice some of that coming up. And then we also have the Six of Pentacles, reciprocity. Who is giving back? Who is taking too much? Where is there an imbalance in your relationships? And those are things that you want to pay attention to, because it's going to show you where you need to clean up your environment, and particularly your social circles, and also where you need to set boundaries. Every time I see the Six of Pentacles, it's like, okay, who do you need to say no to? That's 9 times out of 10. The issue is that people aren't saying no enough. Okay, so those are all the messages coming up there. And this, I call this tier more of the ego desires. So the ego consciousness around like respect, admiration, confidence, wanting to be a unique individual on the planet. So we have the Ace of Swords. This is all about your respect for your ideas. If you have things that you're looking to make happen, that you want to cultivate and create, you might find yourself being a little bit more sensitive than usual to criticisms or naysayers, because the Ace of Swords is that initiation energy of, oh, I have this new idea, this vibrant thing that I want to bring to life. And if that happens to be met with invalidation, then it creates a conflict. And so this is just about owning your ideas and remembering that criticisms and naysayers, people who are coming from a place of invalidation, are oftentimes reflecting some discomfort within their own lives. And so if you can detach and not personalize it and look at it from a bird's eye view, that's really, really going to give you some edge in June. And then we also have the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, new ideas, and then bringing those things to life, kind of like putting a plan together. That's the Ace of Swords. And then taking action, that inspired action. And it looks like there is, a desire to be respected for that. It's kind of like you can't deny the fact that it feels good when you share an idea and someone says, yeah, that's a great idea. It really does give you a boost. So it's just about honoring that part of yourself. It doesn't need to be shamed. It doesn't need to be ignored. It's kind of part of being a human. So I'm going to clarify this. The Devil. Yeah, so just watch how much you're allowing other people to kind of influence your crown chakra. So what I mean by that is like how much you're believing what other people have to say. It's kind of like, be skeptical. Be skeptical with what other people have to say in June. It's okay to ask questions. You don't have to personalize it and react and be a hothead. Like, you don't have to do that. It's just about saying, where's that coming from? Is that coming from a place of alignment, integrity, and them wanting me to succeed? Or is that coming from something else going on with them? Just ask questions. And then this is your higher self. This is what Maslow would call self-actualization. Okay, so we have the Four of Pentacles. Let me clarify this. There's definitely an aspect of reservation that's going on. It looks really closely tied to the Six of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles down here. So hold on, I'm listening. Sorry. The thing that's happening is it looks like belief systems are big. Belief systems are going to sway you in one direction or the other. It's kind of like the belief systems are going to make or break whatever it is you have going on and whatever it is you'd like to succeed in. So the more you are able to really take a close look and inspect what it is you have going on in terms of reciprocation, in terms of how much are you giving, are you leading with generosity, are you coming from a scarcity mindset? It's kind of like that is what needs to be tweaked. And so the Four of Pentacles is just saying that there's old pictures. This is why the karmic element of Six of Cups was coming up, because a lot of this is going to be kind of intertwined in your astral body. Not in a bad way. It's nothing negative. It's just that you're really processing a lot about the scarcity mindset, the withholding, withdrawing, and then also balance between relationships and things that you have going on. Okay, so it's all about giving it structure and being really adamant about what you would like your belief system to evolve into. If you can hang on to that, then it makes it easier to see when that is kind of falling off track. Okay, so let's get into the timeline. If you're new to my channel, I do a timeline for the month. So this is first, second, third, and fourth quarter or week approximately in June. So this is where you start the month and then where you end the month. Okay, so quarter one, we have the Mystic of Candles. I can't remember if it's Page, Knight, Queen, or King. I think it's Queen or King. But really, this is about your own personal authority. Remember, this is you, because this is the equivalent of wands, fire, ambition, personal power, and autonomy are going to be coming up really, really big. It seems like June is filled with so much motivation that's just what really lights your fire. So it's going to be a great time to take inspired action, do what you want to do, pursue a desire in June. That would be the biggest piece of advice, and the biggest takeaway is whatever desire, no matter how small, go after it. At least, at least take some action in June, because it's going to have a big impact. At the very least, it'll give you more motivation to keep going. Okay, and quarter two, we have the Nine of Vials. Make a wish, make a wish, make a wish, make a wish. Okay, so this is the equivalent to the Nine of Cups. And this is about asking for what you want. You have a great opportunity to get your needs met and get the things that you want and move forward with a lot of things. And it's all coming from, asking. If you're asking for it, then, the universe is going to know what to deliver. Okay, so whatever that is, it can be the sky's the limit. Okay, quarter 3, we have the Hermit. Introspection. It looks like this is coming from whatever action you're taking. You're kind of coming back to yourself and asking like, hey, are things going the way I want? Is this how I imagined it? Do I need to tune something up? What, like, you're just putting it back into the incubator so you can work out the kinks. And then where you're wrapping up June, we have Justice. So you've reached equilibrium. It seems like you're a little bit more decided about things and that you can easily move forward. So this is really, really fiery, and then you can keep that going by asking for what you want and kind of commanding what you need. And then you end up again putting things in the incubator, and then you come out on the other side with a more balanced idea of how you want to take action. Okay, so now we're going to do a 3-card pick. You guys are welcome to pick a card before or after I flip them over. It is totally up to you, whatever you enjoy. And then you can ask a question. You can just see what advice is coming up, whatever you'd like to do with this. Okay, so card number 1. Whoop. 3 of Swords. Grief, release. What do you need to let go of? What is coming up when in terms of grief? You know, what is exiting your life? Because it's kind of like there might be something that you either have to make an active decision about and say goodbye to something, even if it's an idea or a project. It could be a relationship. Whatever's coming up for you, really focus on what's your long-term vision, and does whatever you're holding on to align with what your big picture vision is. Could also be belief systems. Don't forget that. Card number 2, we have the Lovers. Okay, that's a stark contrast from card 1. So the Lovers is about union, connection, collaboration. Who do you feel really connected to right now? It seems like there's going to be a lot of opportunities to connect with new people, as well as collaborate with the ones that are already in your space. So figure out what you need more of, or what you would like to see happen with said relationships, and then explore those in June. I think you're going to have the time and energy to do that. So, really focus on the give and take within whatever relationships are important to you. And card number 3, we have the 8 of Rods, the 8 of Wands. And this is about forward movement. Again, this is that fiery ambition, full steam ahead, making things happen. All of that is, really propelling you to move forward. So this is all good things. These are all for your highest good, for you to move forward and be the brightest and biggest version of yourself. And so with that, I hope that you've enjoyed this reading. Again, if you have questions about any of the decks, they're in the description box, as well as all of the links to work with me, all my other social media accounts and everything like that. So you're welcome to check all of those out. And if you'd like to work with me one-on-one, don't be afraid to reach out to me. I love working with all of you. And until next time, have a wonderful June, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.